Hi everybody, welcome to What's Shakin' with me, Nana.
Nana Tuckett, a voluptuous, glamorous drag queen with sparkling retro 1940s style. Her white hair is set in firm waves around her face. Movie star eyes lined in black with arch-defined brows and bright red lipstick completes the look. Her dress is sequined gold, long bell-sleeved with a keyhole front clasped at the neck with rhinestones. She wears black gloves. Her legs are crossed, exposing a shapely knee in black fishnet stockings.
Look who stopped by today in my kitchen. It's not only my friend, but an amazing actor and singer. It's Portland's favorite diva, Susannah Mars.
Why, thank you, Nana.
Hi, Susannah.
Susannah Mars is a female-identifying white human. Her gold, light brown, and gray hair is straight, with soft curls at the bottom that fall beneath her shoulders. Her eyes are framed by long lashes, and she wears bright red lipstick. She wears a sparkling red sequined pantsuit and a gold necklace at the neck.
Hey, Nana.
Thanks for coming by today.
Are you kidding me? It was my absolute pleasure.
We're gonna have so much fun.
I know. I mean, look what's behind us.
Right?
Hello.
And speaking of behind us, our magical mixologist, Paul, is here to mix up something great for us today.
Paul is a male-identifying white human. His brown hair is short and closely cropped. He wears a crisp white shirt and a black vest. The shirt has black bands around the elbows like an old-timey bartender. Nana's kitchen has gray cabinets with a large island and a white counter. Susannah and Nana sit in front of the counter in matching high upholstered bar chairs. 3 black lighting fixtures hang from the ceiling.
Hi, Paul.
Hey everybody, Nana, Susannah.
Nana Susannah. What? We didn't even know that was
We
going
didn't
to
plan
happen.
that. Not at all.
Paul is behind the kitchen island that is set up like a bar with various bottles of booze and drink ingredients for the cocktails he'll make for Nana and Susannah. The bottles are a delightful display of various shapes and sizes, including St. George Gin, the Botanist Gin, Cokie Sweet Vermouth, Dolan Dry Vermouth, Orange Bitters, Lavender Bitters, and Original Maraschino Cherries. There is also a plate of crackers and cheese between Susannah and Nana.
So what's gonna happen?
Magic.
Oh.
So we're gonna have some gin magic because I heard that Susannah Mars likes gin.
What?
I might have told him.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you a Martinez, which is a little known, maybe known by some, but little known by most, cocktail made with gin, and it makes it look like you're drinking a little whiskey.
Ooh, the color is beautiful.
Yeah.
And it has a cherry in it.
Oh,
You're
you
going
know
to
I like
love
the
it.
cherries.
So you're gonna get to choose which kind of gin, so think about that.
Oh,
I can
my
explain
goodness.
them for you. Got a little vermouth and some Luxardo cherry liqueur.
So while you're mixing that up
Yeah.
and making your magic over there, let's talk about you.
Well, all right. Let's do it.
So as much as I know you and love you, I don't know much about your past, your history. So can you tell us all a little bit about you? Where'd you come from?
Oh, my goodness.
How'd you grow up?
Oh, my goodness. And how long is this show?
Well, it's as long as we're gonna edit it.
Well, just cuddle up with your pillow and get ready. This is going to take a while. No, just kidding.
So
I'll make
many
it short.
people.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
let's hear the highlights of
All right.
Susannah Mars. How did you get here? Where you went to?
Well, okay, I was born in New York City to two artist parents, my dad was predominantly an actor. He passed away in 2011. My mom was an opera singer. She graduated from Juilliard.
I didn't know that.
Yep, she was an absolute child prodigy. She
Wow.
spoke 7 languages. They were both stunning artists in their own right. They met on the national tour of The Sound of Music.
Oh, fun.
Yes, my dad was a Nazi and my mom was a nun. It's true. It really was
It
like
wouldn't
that.
be the last time your dad was a Nazi.
No, it wouldn't be. And
On stage.
Exactly. And
Exactly, Paul. Thank you for clarifying.
so we lived in New York until I was about between 6 and 7. My dad got a television series. We moved to California. My parents had a very tumultuous marriage. They were splitting up and together and not together, on and off, quite a roller coaster. And by the time we got to Los Angeles, they split up, then they got back together.
So were you already interested in entertainment at this point in your life?
I wouldn't say at that young age I was interested, but there's no question that I had this great opportunity. And soon after we moved to Los Angeles, my dad made a movie in Italy. We all went, and to be around film sets and the folks that you get to hang around with who are really cool, fun people. Like at that age, I didn't know, what a famous person was or anything like that,
Right.
but I did know how much fun it was to hang out with these people who told jokes and were very loving and delightful and all these neat things. And so I think I gravitated toward it. And then as my parents' marriage, was very roller coastery, I think, like in hindsight, when my mom wasn't at home with us, or I was with my dad and I loved going to work with my dad, I feel as though I was excited and gravitated to the humans, and then also I thought, let's see, how do I get to hang out with more of these kinds of people? And when I was around 10 years old, I asked my dad if he would help me get an agent. And so we lived in LA and he helped me get an agent, and I started doing commercials and like some television shows. This is a funny, weird fact, I'm in Freaky Friday with Jodie Foster.
Oh, fun.
I know, right? Who knew?
Those were the days.
Right, and
love that movie.
An after-school special with Christy McNichol and commercials, and I did a series. I was a guest person on a series called The Fitzpatricks with Helen Hunt, and then come around middle school, I think it was hard and it was very competitive, and I just don't think I had the confidence to continue. And so I quit and, went to college and got a teaching credential. And like my last year of college, there was this talent show, and I really hadn't sung. I sang in middle school and high school in the choir, but I didn't think of myself as, you're a singer person. And so that contest came, and one of the women in my sorority had said, hey, would you sing Summer Lovin' with me for the duet? And of course, I was the guy, and we kicked it out of the park, and I was like,
awesome.
Singing, it's really fun. And so I was teaching shortly after I graduated from college, and then went back to LA, and there was a place called the American Center for Musical Theater, which I auditioned for, and I was admitted, and then I was teaching in LA, and then also doing this, and then kind of concurrent, and this is super mushy, but I met my husband-to-be at that time, and I thought, I didn't think. We fell in love, and I thought, can I live in Portland, Oregon after, living in New York, LA? And I did. And interestingly, it also gave me some incredible opportunities as an actress to come into a whole new community and start to meet actors and actresses and directors. It was an incredible, I'm sure I had no idea at the time how wonderful it would be for me, but it was.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's like up to, Portland, Oregon.
Well, that was a quick trip.
That was pretty good for me.
I think we should celebrate with a drink.
Oh my goodness,
I like
we
it.
should. Look what's happening.
Okay, we're going to give you a Martinez. As I said, this is a nice classy cocktail, and as you see, it's got that nice amber color.
It's so pretty.
Stunning, Paul.
And I also heard you like maraschino cherries.
I love them so much.
I am concerned why you're forking those over so slowly.
I was thinking the same thing. I thought, is he going to make me
put
beg
your hand
for
out.
it? What the heck?
First, she's the guest.
Oh,
I'm like, my mouth is watering over here.
see this? How
Nana's
pretty.
the host.
Thank you.
And
Oh my
hostess.
goodness. look
This
at
can be
that.
used as a hat pin later.
You can.
That's right.
You think?
That's right. You got plates there if you want to. If you're worried about the sloshing or
worried.
whatever, you can eat the garnish whenever you want.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nana,
Cheers.
Paul,
Cheers.
cheers.
Isn't this fun?
Oh my Lord, are you kidding me?
Oh God, that's so good.
Oh my Lord, it's so smooth.
Nice, isn't it?
Okay.
Oh.
Speaking of smooth. So what happened after? Let's continue on with your story.
Moved to Oregon, and I started doing shows. And one thing led to another, and I started singing more. And I was just thinking about this the other day. There's this wonderful human in Oregon named Ron Crozier, who had a 60th birthday, and this was many years ago because we're going to celebrate his 91st birthday this year.
Fun.
And he hired me and a pianist named Bill Wells to do a concert, and that was going to be a benefit for the Cascade AIDS Project. And we did a concert at a historic home in Northwest, and it started this partnership, Bill and I, that lasted, many years. We produced CDs together. We did a holiday show at Artist Repertory Theater for 3 years. We did oodles of concerts. And that experience started to kind of catapult me into some interesting concert opportunities, and actually wasn't really related to Bill, but really one of the first shows I did was at a place called Sylvia's Dinner Theater. And Norman Layden and his brother came and saw me in that show, and then they asked me to join the Layden Singers, so I got a lot of opportunity to sing with the Oregon Symphony, which was
fun.
I mean, talk about fabulous.
Yeah.
I did a lot of concerts with them, traveled with them, Seattle, golly, where else? Sun River, and I've just had a really wonderful career. I'm a resident artist at Artist Repertory Theater, and actually I'm one of the co-writers of the first show of next season that they are putting into the new beautiful space, which is so exciting. And if you haven't visited the new space at Artist Rep, do it. It's fantastic. I'm on the board at Portland Center Stage, which is thrilling. Lots of exciting things happening there, both artistic and reimagining what it is to be a member of this community and reinvigorating downtown Portland, which is thrilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about what things stand out to you in your past that are some of your favorite things that have happened in your life.
100%. Birth of my children.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's been a game changer.
And you still like them.
I like them a lot. I really like them. They are fun. They're grown-ups now.
Yeah.
My older daughter is 30 and my younger daughter's 24. Having the opportunity to be an artist and to have a family is unique. It feels just right for me, and I'm sure every artist has to figure out how to do that for themselves. But so I'd say the birth of my two children for sure. Well, one that was kind of a game changer was when Chris Coleman was the artistic director at Portland Center Stage. I was hired to be in Gypsy. I was going to play, I was going to play the trumpet, Bump It with the Trumpet.
Okay.
That stripper.
Mazeppa?
Thank you. Yes. And that's what I was going to do. Well, I got a phone call from Rose Reardon, who was then working at Portland Center Stage. And Rose said, "Are you sitting down?" And I thought, oh my gosh, they're going to ask me to play Mama Rose. And that's what happened. And I had an opportunity to work with the director, Bill Fennelly, who lives now in Philadelphia and works at Drexel's, an amazing freelance director. If you have an opportunity to work with Bill Fennelly, run. Don't walk. Run to him. Leap into his arms. And
bring him one of these.
And bring him a cocktail. Because that was just a very exciting moment. I had the opportunity to work with beautiful, brilliant actors, both from the Portland, Pacific Northwest, lots of New Yorkers, just a stellar production. And it really, there have been other moments in my life when I thought, I want some more training, inspiration. And that was one of those moments where I just cranked it up many notches. The amount of intentionality and craft that it took to create that role with Bill by my side, and
that must have been so exciting. I mean, that's exactly what you would need to do for that role.
It was really thrilling.
Huge.
And so that was a beautiful, pivotal moment. And I'd say also working with Norman Layden with the symphony. I mean, to do a Cole Porter concert with the Oregon Symphony and the Seattle Symphony, that's a big deal. And I feel as though I had some kind of beautiful guardian angels over me, giving me these opportunities to grow my craft and all the things that I had an opportunity to do. Yeah.
Sure, and I feel like sometimes it feels magical, those moments, but you've also done the work to get yourself there.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of you doing what you needed to do to be there at that right time for this moment to happen.
Yes.
And I feel like that happens a lot for me in my life.
I love that. It's
moments that feel almost like your destiny is just stepping in, and it seems very obvious, seems clear.
I'm always learning. I love learning. I love experimenting. I like being a support, being a part of this community, being a part of the national and world, our community of artists. Another pivotal moment was when Alan Noss had made these beautiful connections with the Arts Envoy program, the U.S. State Department. And I had 2 opportunities to go to Egypt and work with Egyptian artists.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And so again, like you say, these things didn't happen out of nowhere. And it's a confluence of events, really. I was fortunate to be a full-time artist, which, making a living as an artist in the Pacific Northwest is difficult at best, as it is really probably in most regions. And I had that opportunity. And I just continued to grow and learn and work as much as I could, fine-tune things. And then, as you say, things just kind of come up beside. It's like you're on this river and then this little tributary comes and you're like, wow, that's going to be neat. I just closed a run of Matilda at Portland Playhouse.
You did.
Portland Playhouse.
Your second time.
My second time.
You're really good at that part now.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, it is so fun to be mean to kids. I never thought it would be that great. It was awesome. Become an actress so you can be mean to kids.
Because but what part is that's mean to kids?
Oh, the Trunchbull. Yeah, awesomeness.
What was it like to play a mean character?
It's awesome.
Because you're not that at all. I mean, maybe you have a little hint of like,
apparently,
don't make Susannah mad.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was awesome. It's so much fun. Well, and it's interesting, right? Because we're talking about safe spaces. Trunchbull has no idea what a safe space is. That character is ready to murder people on a moment's notice.
She needs boundaries, and
Well,
she needs to respect them.
Does she? Processing emotion is very interesting. And I think I've told you, I've gone to this awesome rage room.
Yes.
Yes. And there are wonderful places to process anger and rage. There was a certain election that upset me a while back. And
y'all, we had an election party.
Oh yeah, oh God.
That will never be repeated.
No.
Susannah was at it.
Yes.
And we will never forget that night.
No, we won't. So there was an election that happened a while back that was disturbing. And after it happened, I thought, what am I going to do now? I'm very disturbed. And
rage room.
Well, funny enough, I didn't know about the rage room at that time. And I don't even know if it existed at that time. But I went to the batting cages in Montevilla.
Oh.
And I batted the
and you knocked some out of the park.
Out of some baseballs. Softballs, actually, because baseballs are hard. It hurt. There was a couple, but it helped. Just kind of processing.
Yes.
And so how I even thought of that is because the Trunchbull just lets it fly.
Yes.
Right? So in a way, working with the youth and Brian and creating that safe space, I could just let the things fly. Everyone knew, but I didn't mean it.
Yes.
Everyone knew in the moment it was probably on the scary side.
But it must have felt so good.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord.
Thank you, Paul.
You know,
Look at that.
to be
Cheers.
juicy.
It's juicy.
It's magic.
It's juicy, Paul.
Oh
Cheers.
God, I was so excited.
I made a little
I
bartender's portion.
forgot. Oh, is that the bartender's portion? Okay.
So nice he was more generous.
We're breaking the rules. The bartender's not supposed to
Damn, that's
drink.
really good. That's really good, Paul.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's delicious.
This is part of why I like making drinks, is to hear that.
Dang.
It's
You're
audience
going to have to
feedback.
stop by more often.
Yeah, it's like, do you need another guest? I don't think so. Yeah, being mean was fun as hell. And I did it in a context where it was safe and I wasn't hurting anybody.
Yes.
So
It's great.
Amen to figuring out if you are angry as hell, then find a place to process it with people who you love and it's safe.
But that's what we love about theater is
Right.
getting to explore all those emotions, the whole range of anything a human can feel or be or do.
Right.
That's what theater provides for the actor, right?
Exactly.
And that's what drag provides for people too. Let's not forget that.
Amen.
Drag queens are under a lot of pressure right now, being attacked. People don't like seeing men dressed as women. for me, it's the same feeling doing drag as it is doing theater,
Oh, interesting.
right?
Yeah.
It brings something out in you that you can't do as your normal self. As Susannah Mars, you can't just be Miss Trunchbull every day,
Right.
but you can on stage.
Yes.
But let's talk about, Susannah, you have a new gig that's kind of recent, right?
Yes.
Doing live audio description.
You are
I'm
absolutely
so
correct.
excited to talk about this because I don't think a lot of people know about this. And I
Yes.
really want to share this and start implementing it in my own personal posts.
Well, I just love how curious and kind and generous you are to share what audio description is. That means a lot to me.
Let me just say that I think it's weird that more people don't know about this now, right?
Well, I mean, it's kind of fascinating. Audio description is designed to make art accessible, theater, in my case in particular, to blind and low vision folks. And it's super cool. As a result of getting involved in audio description these last 3 years, I have met some astounding artists, many of whom have just really opened my mind to thinking about and processing how we expand the container so that everyone can enjoy art. And audio description's an incredible thing that, interestingly enough, anyone can enjoy. You can pop onto Netflix and you can check the box that says audio description, and the next thing you know, you're getting these beautifully described shows. The setting, how the characters look, any kind of sounds that you might hear that a person who's blind or low vision may not know. Oh, she sets her cocktail glass down on the bar. And it's really exciting when you start thinking about access and to open that container up and to think about, as an artist, how am I enabling everyone to enjoy my work, or how am I lifting up the work of others so that I'm not taking up more space than really is okay for me to take up in this world right now. And it's exciting to see the changes that are happening. You know, it's a long commitment, and a lot of the things that we're doing now across the board, whether it's a land acknowledgement or shifting casting or highlighting, making sure that artists have equal opportunity. These are all the things that take time. It's not like the culture that we have been ensconced in the last 100 years. You know, there's this thing that they talk about a lot in disability justice, crip time. It's like things take longer, and it's okay. You don't have to be the fastest and the most efficient. You want to listen and take information in and move accordingly. And that's, I mean, to me, it's so exciting, you know.
It is exciting, and I feel like everyone deserves the opportunity to experience everything on every level.
Yes.
Everyone. And I think what you're doing is wonderful. Describe to me how this works. Say I'm a person who needs audio description.
You'll be given one of these little devices.
Susannah picks up a small black device that you can fit in the palm of your hand. It's connected to an earpiece by a thin black cord.
And then the audio describer will be either in the booth or in some place in the theater where they can see stuff. And they will be quietly talking into a microphone and
describing visually what's happening.
Yes.
This is so amazing.
It's super boss. And if you are a hearing human, check it out. Check it out on YouTube YouTube, no. Check it out. Check it out on Netflix or Amazon. There's tons of description you can hear, and you can even ask for it in the theatrical context and just like have an interesting new experience, for heaven's sake. Why not?
Why not?
Right?
So,
Yes.
Susannah, I have to thank you so much for being here
Oh no.
and getting drunk with me.
I don't want it to end. Are you
I don't want it to
kidding
end
me?
either.
It was so juicy.
Paul, thank you
Juicy.
so much for
But-
these juicy drinks.
But I'm out of cherries, Paul.
Yeah, he'll get you hooked up.
Here's my
He'll
old
get you
hat
hooked up.
pin.
There we go.
Golly, I would love to end with this.
Yes, please.
All the things that we're talking about are like, I am not an expert on anything. I will just say, we're all learning about how to do stuff. And while I'm loving learning, I don't want to present myself as a human who knows all the things. There are many people who know lots more about audio description. Like the only thing I'm really an expert on is like what happened to me up to this age.
You're an expert on you.
Right?
But there's a lot of accomplishment and balance in there that deserves some acknowledgement.
Aw.
Yes, Susannah.
Thanks, Nana. Aw. And I just encourage everybody to just get on the learning train, have fun, support theater, support art. It's just, it's the thing that connects us. It's the heartbeat of humanity. It's so important.
Well, on that...
The heartbeat of humanity. I mean, get on board, people.
That's a juicy comment.
Right? So juicy.
That's so juicy.
Oh.
You guys, thank you so much for being here. Tune in next time for What's Shakin' with Nana. Thank you, Susannah. Thank you, Paul. This has been so fun.
What a joy.